Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nercy Murray. In today's video, I'd like to be discussing a topic that's really helped me on my spiritual journey, and that is removing self-limiting beliefs. So I'd like to position that your mind is incredibly powerful and that your mind directs and really shapes your life. And I'd also like to position that we are all infinite beings, and as children of God who is divine, we have access to incredible powers and indeed have the power to direct and shape our lives according to our own visions and our own ideas and our own heart's desires, according to how our lives should be. So based on this, I try to shape a life based on my wildest dreams and indeed to set a path for me to live a life of infinite joy and happiness. And I hope that I am on this path and hope that I will achieve this path. But as I continue to embody and go closer to this goal, I've come across various challenges, and through inner work such as journaling and channeling, praying, meditation, I've come up with a process to help me and indeed guidance on this topic and guidance on alleviating some of these challenges. And the keymost thought and the keymost guidance that I've been given is that in order to live a life of your dreams, you have to, one, believe that you deserve the life of your dreams, and you have to remove the obstacles to one believing that you do one deserve and that you too can have the life of your dreams. And in addition, to remove the obstacles to even imagining a wonderful life that's bigger and better and even more blessed than you can currently imagine. And initially, I was a bit skeptical because I had the belief that you had to work really hard to achieve your dreams, and that, pain and suffering was part of the journey, and that challenges could not be avoided, and that challenges were something to be frowned upon, and that there were some dreams that were simply out of my reach in my current life state, and I couldn't really imagine how I would achieve a life of my dreams based on where I am now. And I kind of was bringing myself, as people say, back to reality, or bringing myself down to earth, and not building castles in the sky, as all those sayings go. And as I was doing so, the guidance that I was receiving through my meditation, through my journaling, and through my channeling and spiritual practices was that, Nercy, why are you limiting yourself? You have access to these dreams. In fact, you are living a life that's based 100% on everything that you chose, including the challenges, including the limitations, including the pain and suffering. Those are through your choices, because one, God doesn't want you to suffer, and two, God has given you the power, and God is infinite, and we must never feel that God can't grant our dreams, because God is infinite. God isn't limited by anything. And if we are children of God and are part of that divine being, then we also have this power and this opportunity and this, indeed, we have access to this infinite. And the guidance that I was getting is that we must slowly but surely, and many of us can even do this at a faster pace, remove the limitations in our own minds before we can remove the limitations in our lives. And the fastest way to remove limitations is to look at your own life and your own thought processes, and to write down, for example, these are my dreams, and I can feel that I can achieve these dreams because of 1, 2, 3. And there's a sense of doubt that will sometimes creep in to say, I'm too old to achieve this, or I'm too tired, I don't have the energy, or I'm not in the season of life where this is possible, etc., etc. And all these nagging doubts are you. They aren't God, they aren't the angels, they aren't any of your spirit guides, because if you were to channel into your spirit guides and ask them sincerely, they would say, yes, you have the blessings of the divine to receive your wildest dreams. But first, you need to do your own inner work and see What were the beliefs that you were taught in life to say you can't do this, or you can't have that, or you aren't worthy, you aren't good enough, you're too X, you're too Y, you're too Z. And through my own inner work, I've kind of uncovered some of these obstacles to my own success. And these obstacles were in the form of self-limiting beliefs. And these obstacles were placed in my life largely by myself. And because I was a powerful being, I was creating powerful obstacles. And because I am a powerful being, I also have the power to remove these obstacles. And the first step in removing these obstacles is identifying them. So through my journaling process, I'd ask myself, Nersi, what are the beliefs in your life in respect of one, for example, money? And for example, I had the belief, which I try not to have anymore, but it does creep up because it is quite a very inbuilt belief, is that you have to work hard for money, and that, you know, money can come through perseverance and through intelligence and through efforts, etc. And while money is a form of energy and you can exchange your own energy for money, you also have access to infinite energy, which is the divine, and that can come easily. And that is something that I am working on, having to remove that self-limiting belief. Another limiting belief is that in order to achieve something in my life, I have to work hard and sometimes endure a bit of pain and suffering to achieve that. And I realized that that is a limiting belief. It's not necessarily the truth, because, you know, as a child of God, our natural state ought to be a state of bliss, a state of joy, a state of playfulness. We have an inner child that wants to help us to achieve our goals. In fact, our inner child is our own greatest ally. And when we are in the state of playfulness, the state of joy, the state of bliss, we are in a state of divine receptivity. And we have access to receive higher states of energy and higher wavelengths, and to elevate ourselves so that we can rise above challenges, to rise above any aspects of negativity that are weighing us down, and in these higher states be receptive to blessings that are coming in, and using our own minds to direct this receptivity towards receiving our goals and blessings. And this is a process that I've tried to use to be more open to blessings in my life. So I'll give you an example. I thought that, you know, you had to, one, as I've spoken before, work hard to money. And then I've tried to place it inside and say, money comes easily to me. I don't believe that I have to work hard for it. In fact, I can make money while I sleep. I can make money while I'm playing. In fact, the work that I do isn't work, but it's a joy. I'm in a state of serenity, a state of relaxation, a state of calm, and a state of joy. And in that higher state, good things come to me easily and happily and with excitement. And I share this joy and excitement with others. And through this feeling of receptivity, I have been, for example, granted unexpected windfalls in the forms of dividends, in the forms of interest, in the forms of repayment of loans that I'd forgotten about or given up on. And I've realized that, yes, when I elevate myself to a state of joy and receptivity and calmness, and I remove the beliefs that these negative aspects are necessary in my lives. In fact, the truth is that being a child of God, blessings are a natural part of your life, and they're always available to you. They're always on the table. It's for you to see it, and it's for you to, one, believe that you are worthy of it. And worthiness is another huge area in which there are many self-limiting beliefs. For example, to be worthy of something, you have to work hard for it. To be worthy of something, you have to be good, or what is perceived as good. You have to be pleasing. You have to be agreeable. You have to do X, Y, and Z in order to be worthy of divine blessings. And the opposite is the true. Being exactly who you are, being in your truest state, makes you the most worthy of all the divine blessings. And when you step into that truth of yourself, the worthiness is inherent, and the blessings are easier to access. And the biggest blessing in your life is indeed the blessing of being who you are and having to not really live a life of falsehood. And many of the self-limiting beliefs are aspects of falsehood that we have learned or that we impose upon our true selves in order to fit in, or because we feel that we have to have these beliefs because these are the beliefs of the material world that we live in. But that in truth, we can rise above it and we can really live the best life of our dreams. And by believing that these are in fact possible and true, we have a greater chance of accessing them. So I will talk a great deal more about self-limiting beliefs. I feel that this is a topic that deserves huge attention because there are so many self-limiting beliefs in our lives that we are taught for survival, that we are taught because the people teaching it to us had these similar beliefs and they simply didn't know any better and wanted to prepare us for the world. And some of these self-limiting beliefs were taught by our education system, by the media, by our workplaces, and by our friends and family, and other well-meaning, but perhaps not embodied individuals. And we are all on the journey of healing. And for many people, inner work is a bit of a luxury, and I have compassion for people who may not have access to these learnings, which is why I'm doing my best to share some of my own personal experiences and sharing some of my own personal success, and also doing my best to be a pure channel of light and receptivity so I can indeed channel as many messages as I can from the divine and from the spirit guides and higher powers and share them to you, my beautiful friends, because you are all so deserving of the blessings of the divine. You are all beautiful children of God and deserve the life of your wildest dreams, and that is so within your power, and that I really hope that you can open your hearts and see that you are worthy, you are beautiful, and that you are blessed, and step into those blessings. So I leave you on those messages and hope to speak to you very soon. My highest love, signing off. Thank you.